couple of big things happened last week. The big one was the Fed announced that they would indeed be ending their QE program that has been the downward pressure on interest rates since November of 2008. If you remember, the Fed started this program back in 2008 when they started buying $600 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities. If you think that was a lot of downward pressure on interest rates, fast forward to today and the Fed holds $4.5 trillion worth of bank debt, mortgage-backed securities, and treasury notes. Now that's a lot of downward pressure on interest rates. What happens to rates when the pressure is released? Well, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. The Fed must feel like the markets have recovered enough to remove their support, though. This could be viewed as good or bad news. Industry speculators are having fun with this one right now. I mean, I personally would need to do more research before I formed my own opinion, but some industry speculators are stating that QE had little to no effect, stating the percentage of Americans that are employed has barely budged since the depths of the recession. The labor force participation rate is at a 36-year low. The overall rate of home ownership is the lowest that it's been in nearly 20 years, and approximately 49% of all Americans are financially dependent on the government at this point. Now that's what QE non-supporters are saying. The QE supporters would point to the stock market recovery, low inflation, and job growth as for positive repercussions from QE. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle, like most things. We have two opposing links below if you care to read and decide for yourself. But that's not what I want to focus on today. The other big news last week was that Fannie Mae is talking about bringing back their 3% down option. Now I'm guessing realtors, lenders, and home buyers are going to love this news because FHA has been killing us with their high MI premiums and decided to be incredibly greedy, and sorry HUD, it's true, and make their monthly mortgage insurance premiums a lifetime event. Now Fannie reintroducing a similar 3% down option would be a great alternative to this very expensive FHA option that currently exists. In addition to the big news, regulators are promising a thaw in mortgage credit, meaning loosening up on some of these ridiculous guidelines, specifically with lenders, reps, and warrants. The move is to loosen up guidelines and hopefully remove lender overlays. If I could speak for the entire industry, and I rarely do, but I think I'm going to do it right now, could you maybe also address the large deposit situation we are currently having? I mean, do we really need to source $200 deposits? I mean, really, the soccer mom, do we think she's a front for a major drug lord and she's money laundering at a $200 per month clip? I mean, what are we concerned with? I mean, I get it. Anti-money laundering is important, but let's use a little common sense when we apply these guidelines in the real world. Nevertheless, still really good news for the real estate and lending markets. This truly should lead to easier days ahead, not to mention the other non-QM loans that have been coming back to the market here recently. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen stated and bank statement and asset depletion loans coming back recently. What are you guys seeing? Let us know down below. The end of QE coupled with the return of the 3% down conventional option and looser guidelines? Hey, that's pretty good news. Go share that with somebody. Maybe we can finally get back to some normalcy in this crazy industry. I hope so. Lord knows we all need a break. Hey, I'll see you guys next week.